One of the most serious chronic conditions in modern world, especially you people and women after 50 years and older, is going to be spine chronic conditions. Why, my dear viewers? This is just because you treat and try to heal your spine in the totally wrong way. And today millions of women after 50 are being treated the wrong way for the back pain. They are given painkillers, anti-inflammatory drugs, muscle relaxants, steroid injections, creams, and eventually are told they may need surgery. Yet their backs are not truly healed. If those methods really cure back diseases, low back pain would not be still one of the biggest causes of disability in modern world. In my 26 years of working with the patients with spinal disorders, I have seen the same pattern again and again. Short-term relief followed by long-term deterioration. And why I know that this, my dear viewers? Just because my core specialty is going to be spinal conditions. Because over 26 years ago I did finish medical college in specialty of physical therapy and rehabilitation. And this is what I see every day for the last 26 years. And one of the most critical mistakes people make today, they try to treat themselves using internet advice, random videos, and unverified recommendation. And this is one of the fastest way to make the condition worse, because without professional guidance, you are only guessing while the disease continues to progress. So please try to listen to me before I tell you everything that you need to know about best vitamins that really can help your spine conditions. This is the biggest mistake that you do each day, and this is why you will be sick for the last 20 or 30 years of your life. And what is really happening in your body? What is really happening is not healing but symptom suppression, and the most common medical approaches including NSAIDs like ibuprofen, diclofenac and naproxen, muscle relaxants, corticosteroid injections, and in more advanced cases surgery. And those interventions may reduce pain or inflammation for the short time, but they not repair discs, they not restore damaged nerves, they do not strengthen weak bone structure, and they do not remove the real causes that slowly destroy the spine over the years. And this is why so many people believe they are improving while disease quietly become more chronic. And for the last 26 years, I'll be able to cure thousands and thousands of people all around the world with spine conditions, and I never ever did use any, not single time, injections, chemical medications and similar kind of procedures. The way that is going to help yourself is going to be knowing what is best nutrition, what is best natural remedies, and of course perfect modern physical therapy and rehabilitations. And this is the mechanism. And the numbers prove how serious the problem has become. Globally, low back pain affected around 6,009 million people in 2020, which is about 60% more than 30 years ago. And the World Health Organization describes it as the leading cause of disability worldwide. Please, this just couple of minutes is something that you really need to understand. Right now, we're living in the world probably that over 700 million people all around the world have chronic spine conditions. Why? Because you treat yourself totally wrong, completely wrong way. Chemical medication, injections, surgeries, decompressions, massages, creams, gels, everything is totally garbage, and really in the short term, in the long term, is going to destroy your spine. In the short term, maybe it will help you. If all those things works, never and no one will have and will be with the sick back or the chronic spine conditions. As I said it before, over 700 million people have the spine problems. I'm going to recommend you something today that is called vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is essential for the health of the nervous system. It protects the myelin sheath which surrounds and protects your nerves. When vitamin B12 levels are low, nerves become damaged, leading to the pain, tingling, numbness, and increasing sensitivity. And this is especially important in the back pain conditions when the nerve compressions or inflammation is present. Without the proper nerve support, pain becomes chronic and more difficult to manage. And this is something that you really need to understand. In the most cases, when you have some kind of chronic back pain problem, usually it's going to be also nerve problem, because through all your spine goes through your all other arms, legs, entire of course part of your body is going to be those nerves. And in most cases you will have the nerves compression, you have the nervous inflammation, maybe in the lower back. This is called sciatica. Maybe you have the problem in the upper part of your spine, on any kind of part of your spine. Usually in the most cases is going to be nerve problems. And what is going to really help you with your nerve kind of condition, of course, is going to be vitamin B complex, especially vitamin B12. The best form of supplementation is methylcobalamin because it's highly absorbable and effective, and the recommendation for daily use for adults, especially women after 50, is around 1000 micrograms per day. Please try remember this, my dear viewers. I'm going to recommend you today, if you have chronic spine problems, if you have nerve damage, you really need to use vitamin B complex in the food or good quality supplementation. As I said it, especially methylcobalamin is going to help you a lot. Along the vitamin B12, something really is going to help you, of course, is going to be vitamin D. And vitamin D is crucial for the calcium absorption and maintaining strong bones. And without sufficient vitamin D, calcium cannot be properly utilized and the bone becomes weak and porous. And this directly increases the risk of osteoporosis, fractures, and the spinal degeneration. And vitamin D also plays a crucial role in reducing inflammation and supporting muscles. Also remember this, vitamin D is one of the most chronic deficiency in the modern world, especially you women after 50 years and older. As I said before, nerve problem is going to be problem number one. Second problem with your spine in the most cases is going to be those structural damage in your spine degenerations, osteoporosis, and similar kind of condition. And you will never able to cure those kind of conditions without the vitamin D. Vitamin D usually I'm always recommend, if it's a sunny day, go outside 30-45 minutes on the sun is going to be perfect for you. Of course you will not do this, and then you will need good quality food with vitamin D or unbelievably good quality organic vitamin D in supplementations. And this is really something that you really need to remember for the spine conditions. What happens if you ignore this? If these deficiencies are not corrected, the conditions will continue to worsen. Pain becomes more frequent, mobility decreases, and the structural damage progresses. And many people become dependent on medication and injections, which is only mask the problem. And over time, this often leads to more serious interventions such as surgery. And you need to understand that this progression is not sudden. It is a slow, silent process that builds over the years. And each time the pain is suppressed with addressing the cause, the underlying damage continues to develop. And this creates a cycle where you need stronger medications, more frequent treatments, and eventually more aggressive interventions. And many people believe they are managing the conditions, but in reality they are moved closer to the chronic and irreversible stage. And the longer the root cause is ignored, the harder it becomes to restore normal functions. This is why early and correct intervention is critical if you want to avoid long-term consequences. Of course, in my experience, not single person will address these kind of problems seriously with nutrition, with natural remedies, with physical therapy and rehabilitation, with exercise. You will only rely on chemical medication, and I promise you, 1000%, you will getting worse and worse each year. But you think in your mind this is not something so serious because the progression of your deterioration of the spine is going to be on the long term. You will not feel in most cases as unbelievably bad with any kind of unbelievably strong sensations or symptoms in the earliest stages, but on the long period of time, I promise you, if you rely only on this, you will get to the critical stages in your life. Maybe in 5 years, maybe in 10 years, maybe in 15 years, but this is the correct and only way that you will totally destroy your spine. And chemical medication, the reality. Painkillers and anti-inflammatory drugs, muscle relaxants and injections can provide temporary relief. But they do not heal the spine, and the long-term use can lead to serious side effects, including digestive problems, kidney damage, increases blood pressure and weaken immunity. And they silence the alarm, but the diseases continue to progress. And you need to understand this is to create a false sense of recovery, where the pain disappears, but the damage remains. And over time, the body adapts to those medications, which means higher doses or stronger drugs are often required to achieve the same effect. And this increases the risk of side effects and further weakens the overall conditions of the body. In many cases, patients become trapped in the cycle of temporary relief, followed by worsening the symptom. And this is not a solution, it is delay of the real problem, and this is so crucial to understand. These kind of problems I see for the last 26 years. Please, this is just my experience. You really don't you don't have to believe me. That is up to you. You just need to follow the instructions that you need to follow, and you see what exactly is going to happen with your body if you ignore those symptoms and if you treat those spinal problems in an adequate way. I see it every day. Right now, as I said before, it's over 700 million people. This means overall, my dear viewers, in the global stages, people after 50, almost 60 to 70%, especially you women, have chronic spine conditions. How, for the God's sake, this happens if all those treatments works? How? Can you please someone explain me below the video why you always take chemical medication, injection and surgery, and why you always avoid nutrition, natural remedies, and good quality physical therapy and rehabilitation? Please comment below, my dear viewers. For the last 26 years, I'm helping patients all around the world to overcome chronic conditions, and my core specialty is going to be help you overcome spine chronic conditions like herniated discs, sciatica, and similar kind of degenerative disease of the spine. Also, my core specialty is going to help you overcome knee osteoarthritis, hip osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, osteoporosis, and similar kind of joint problems. And this is something I work extensively for almost 30 years. And here's what most people don't realize. Those conditions are often treated for the years with pain medications, injections, and surgeries. But the root cause is almost never addressed. That's why the pain keeps returning and conditions slowly getting worse. And my MarioLab protocols are completely different. They are rooted in the modern medicine like physical therapy and rehabilitations, and most important part is going to be nutrition and natural remedies. And those my programs really can help you. And if you, for any country in the world, you can call my MarioLab Center in Zagreb, Croatia on the phone number +385 989179 200. My programs are created 100% individualized based on conditions, medical findings, and long-term goals. And you can come to my office, you can call my private phone consultations. I really believe I can help you. And before you go, my dear viewers, of course, if you want to learn a lot more about special mineral that really can help you with your spine conditions, watch my video right here. Thank you for following, my dear viewers. See you in the next video. Bye bye.